Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 9 electric cars that won't last 40,000 miles. Number 9. Chevrolet Blazer EV. The Chevrolet Blazer EV looks solid on paper, but long-term ownership tells a rougher story. Reports from early U.S. owners point to battery degradation showing up well before 40,000 miles. Real-world range drops faster than expected, which means more charging stops and less trust on longer drives. For an electric car, that is the core problem. Once the battery starts slipping this early, the whole value of the car takes a hit. Another issue is reliability. Software faults, warning lights, and charging errors have pushed many owners back to dealers multiple times. These visits are not cheap once basic coverage runs out. Even simple electrical fixes can cross 4 figures in dollars. That hurts when the Blazer EV already starts around the mid-$40,000 range, and many buyers pay closer to $50,000 after fees and taxes. Depreciation is also harsh. Used EV buyers are cautious, and a Blazer EV with visible range loss under 40,000 miles is a hard sell. That pushes resale prices down faster than most gas SUVs in the same bracket. Battery replacement costs remain extremely high, making long-term ownership risky once warranty protection fades. For U.S. drivers who expect durability and predictable costs, the Blazer EV struggles to justify its price. When an electric car shows signs of wearing out this early, it stops feeling like progress and starts feeling like a gamble. Number 8. Jaguar I-PACE. The Jaguar I-PACE entered the U.S. market with a premium badge and a high price, but durability has been its weak spot. Many owners report serious battery degradation and electrical problems appearing well before 40,000 miles. Range loss shows up early, and once that starts, daily usability drops fast. For an electric car that often costs over $70,000 when new, that kind of decline is hard to accept. Reliability has also been a concern. The I-PACE has a long record of recalls tied to battery safety, power management faults, and charging failures. These issues lead to repeated dealer visits, and once warranty coverage fades, repair bills climb quickly. Out-of-pocket fixes for high-voltage components can run into several $1,000s, even for problems that should not exist at such low mileage. Charging consistency is another sore point. Owners report sudden charge interruptions and reduced fast charging speeds over time, making road trips less practical as miles add up. This hurts confidence, especially when the car is still relatively young. Depreciation reflects these worries. Used values drop sharply because buyers know battery replacement costs can exceed the value of the car itself. For U.S. buyers who expect a luxury EV to last, the I-PACE struggles to deliver peace of mind. When an electric vehicle shows heavy wear before 40,000 miles, the premium price starts to feel wasted, and long-term ownership becomes more stress than satisfaction. Number 7. Kia Niro Electric. The Kia Niro Electric is often sold as a practical and affordable EV for U.S. buyers, but long-term reliability raises concerns. Owners have reported noticeable battery degradation showing up earlier than expected, sometimes well before 40,000 miles. As range drops, the car becomes less useful for daily driving and even worse for highway use. For an electric car, early range loss cuts straight into its core purpose. Charging issues are another problem. Some drivers report inconsistent charging speeds and occasional failures that require dealer resets or software updates. These visits add up once warranty coverage gets thinner. While the Niro Electric starts lower than many rivals, often in the high $30,000 range, repair costs do not feel budget-friendly. Reliability concerns also hurt resale value. Used EV shoppers pay close attention to battery health, and a Niro Electric showing reduced range under 40,000 miles is harder to sell at a strong price. That means owners take a hit when it is time to move on. For U.S. drivers who expect an electric car to age well, the Niro Electric can disappoint. When battery and charging problems start early, the lower sticker price stops feeling like a bargain and starts feeling like a short-term solution. Number 6. Volkswagen ID.4. The Volkswagen ID.4 was meant to be a mainstream electric SUV for U.S. buyers, but ownership past the early miles has raised red flags. Many owners report battery range dropping sooner than expected, with noticeable loss showing up before 40,000 miles. That reduction turns into more charging stops and less confidence, especially on highway drives. For an electric car, early range loss is not a small issue. It defines how usable the car really is. Reliability complaints also stack up. Software failures, warning messages, and charging faults have pushed drivers back to dealers again and again. While some fixes are covered early on, repeated visits become expensive once coverage limits are reached. A new ID.4 often lands between $45,000 and $50,000 after fees, so repair bills in the thousands feel even worse. Depreciation is another hit. Used buyers are cautious with EVs that show battery wear under 40,000 miles, and the ID.4 is no exception. Lower resale value means owners lose more money than expected when selling or trading in. Battery replacement costs remain extremely high, making long-term ownership risky once warranty protection fades. For U.S. drivers looking for an electric car that holds up over time, the ID.4 struggles to inspire trust. When durability questions appear this early, the savings promised by going electric start to disappear fast. Number 5. Kia Soul Electric. The Kia Soul Electric has a loyal following in the U.S., but long-term durability is where cracks begin to show. Many owners report battery degradation appearing earlier than expected, with noticeable range loss creeping in before 40,000 miles. That matters because this EV already starts with modest range, and once it drops, daily driving flexibility shrinks fast. Frequent charging becomes the norm, not the exception. Electrical reliability is another concern. Charging errors, sudden warning lights, and system resets are common complaints. These issues often require dealer visits, and once warranty limits are reached, costs rise quickly. Even though the Soul Electric usually prices in the mid to high $30,000 range, repair bills do not match that budget-friendly image. Out-of-warranty electrical work can easily cross into four-digit dollar amounts. Depreciation adds to the problem. Used EV buyers watch battery health closely, and a Soul Electric showing reduced range under 40,000 miles struggles to hold value. That pushes resale prices down faster than comparable gas models. For U.S. drivers who want an electric car to last several years without stress, the Kia Soul Electric can feel like a short-term solution. Number 4. BMW i5. The BMW i5 enters the U.S. market with a premium price and high expectations, but long-term durability is a serious concern. Early ownership data points to battery degradation and electrical issues appearing far sooner than most buyers expect, in some cases before 40,000 miles. When range begins to fall this early, the promise of a smooth electric experience fades fast. Reliability complaints focus on complex electronics and software-related faults. Charging interruptions, warning alerts, and power management problems have pushed owners into repeated dealer visits. A BMW i5 can easily cross $70,000 after options and fees, so repair bills running into several $1,000s feel especially painful. Depreciation is another major issue. Used buyers are cautious with high-priced EVs that show battery wear early, and the i5 drops value faster than many gas-powered BMW sedans. When an electric sedan priced this high shows signs of aging before 40,000 miles, it stops feeling like a smart purchase and starts feeling like a costly risk that keeps growing over time. Number 3. Hyundai Kona Electric. The Hyundai Kona Electric is often marketed as a smart and efficient EV for U.S. drivers, but long-term ownership tells a different story. Many owners report early battery degradation, with noticeable range loss appearing before 40,000 miles. Once that happens, the Kona Electric becomes far less practical, especially for highway driving. Electrical reliability is another weak area. Charging faults, warning lights, and power-related errors have sent owners back to dealers multiple times. While some issues are handled under warranty early on, not everything stays covered. Repair costs climb fast once coverage limits are reached. Even though the Kona Electric usually starts around the high $30,000 mark, Out-of-warranty electrical repairs can easily cost several $1,000s. That gap between purchase price and repair cost catches many owners off guard. Resale value also suffers. Used EV buyers pay close attention to battery health, and a Kona Electric showing range loss under 40,000 miles is harder to sell at a strong price. Depreciation hits quicker than expected, wiping out much of the savings people hope to gain by going electric. For U.S. drivers who want an electric car to last without stress, the Kona Electric can disappoint. When battery and electrical issues appear this early, ownership turns expensive faster than most buyers plan for. Number 2. Chevrolet Bolt EV. The Chevrolet Bolt EV gained attention in the U.S. for its lower price and usable range, but long-term durability is a real concern. Many owners report battery degradation and power-related issues showing up before 40,000 miles. Even after past recalls, confidence in long-term battery health remains shaky. Once range starts dropping early, daily driving becomes less predictable, especially for commuters who depend on consistent mileage. Reliability problems extend beyond the battery. Charging interruptions, error messages, and sudden system shutdowns have been reported by owners with relatively low mileage. These problems often mean dealer visits, and while some repairs are covered early on, costs rise fast once warranty coverage fades. Depreciation also hits hard. Used buyers are cautious with the Bolt EV because of its history and early battery concerns. A model showing range loss under 40,000 miles struggles to hold value, pushing resale prices down faster than many gas-powered compacts. For U.S. drivers hoping for a simple and lasting electric car, the Bolt EV can disappoint. When battery confidence fades early and repair costs climb quickly, the lower purchase price stops looking like a smart deal and starts looking like a short-term fix. Number 1. Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf is one of the earliest electric cars sold in the U.S., and its age shows most clearly in long-term durability. Battery degradation is the biggest issue, with many owners reporting heavy range loss well before 40,000 miles. Unlike newer EVs, the Leaf struggles to protect its battery over time, especially in warmer climates. As miles add up, real-world range drops fast, making daily use more limiting than expected. Charging reliability adds another layer of frustration. Reduced charging speeds and inconsistent performance are common complaints as the car ages. This turns routine charging into a longer and less predictable task. While the Leaf often starts in the low $30,000 range, battery-related problems do not come cheap. Once warranty coverage fades, battery replacement or major electrical work can cost a large portion of the car's value. Depreciation hits the Leaf harder than most. Used EV buyers know about early battery wear, so resale prices fall quickly. A Leaf showing clear range loss under 40,000 miles is difficult to sell without taking a major loss. This wipes out much of the savings buyers expect from choosing an affordable electric car. For U.S. drivers looking for an EV that lasts, the Nissan Leaf feels dated and risky. When an electric car loses range this early and repair costs stay high, long-term ownership becomes more about managing decline than enjoying electric driving. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.